Welcome to Soccer As We Like It, the Man United Edition, and today we have a match preview between two of England's biggest rivals in football, Manchester United against Liverpool at Old Trafford. It's at a very crucial stage of the season and a very more crucial stage in Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, the current manager of Man United, who is literally under a lot of pressure because of this upcoming game, which United have not really been firing on all cylinders. But we have a panel who are going to discuss the ins, the outs. Can United win? Can Liverpool lose? We're going to see about it. We have Adam representing Australia. Adam, welcome to the show.
Hi, buddy.
We have Sam, the analyst, representing Houston Red Army in United States. Hello, Sammy.
Hello, everyone.
We have the controversial one, Bems, Houston Red Army, in the house. Welcome to the show, Bems. And we have Vimal, the Joker, the wind-up merchant in UK. Vimal, welcome.
Hey, everyone.
And Chris has somewhere disappeared somehow, but he's the peacemaker. He's part of Joe's crew of making peace. The Ola In crew. He just wants a good game and wants United to do well. You can't blame the brother. Now let's get right to it. Now United are playing Liverpool tomorrow, probably United's biggest game for a very long time at such a crucial stage of the season. Liverpool firing on all cylinders. You saw how they destroyed Atletico Madrid in the Champions League. Yes, United won the Champions League game, but not without a struggle. I'm going to give you 60 seconds to tell me your game against Atalanta, what you thought of it in 60 seconds, because before we start today's show. I'm going to start with Sammy. 60 seconds. Man United, Atalanta. Let's go.
Well, first of all, the Man United Atalanta game was literally, we are literally down in like 2-goal cushion before we went to the halftime. Again, something happened in the locker room. I heard that Ronaldo actually literally pissed at all his teammates and literally started shouting at them, and maybe that was the motivation of that. But I really like the fact that way team kind of like reacted to the game in the second half, especially they're 2 goals down. They came back strongly, and Bruno, again, he literally showed his masterclass. Bruno literally stepped up in the second half. He made some crucial assists, and again, Rashford winning was really set the tone for that. But then after that, I feel like it was like literally a team game that we've been waiting to see from United for a long time, that we saw in the second half of the Atalanta game. That is something we need. That the spark was missing. Something was literally needed. It's kind of like a doctored order before the Liverpool game, because if we would have lost the game, I would definitely doubt on that how we're going to perform in Liverpool against the game against Liverpool tomorrow. But I am happy for the win against Atalanta. It was not a very smooth win. We struggled, but we got back. So that's literally showed our character. And I would definitely encourage think that this win will definitely motivate the team, and it will help us win against Liverpool in future.
Oh, Vimal.
All right.
Man.
Thank you very much, Sammy. Adam, 60 seconds. Man United, Atalanta.
Yeah, well, I thought it would pour from the start against Atalanta. Vimal's killing me right now. And, actually, I'm quite disappointed listening to Sam then talk about Ronaldo going in the dressing room and giving everyone a hiding in there. That's disappointing, to be honest with you. Maguire's the captain. He's the one that should be frigging ass ripping everyone, and Ollie's the manager. So anyway, that's beside the point. No, it was a good win. It was exciting for the fans out there, and it was a good second half. So with De Gea keeping them in the game. Yeah, I'm sick of seeing all these polls where Ronaldo gets man of the match, or even Bruno getting man of the match, because I thought Bruno was poor, to be honest with you. He needed a good second half to help his shit first half. So no, it was good to get the win. Move on to Liverpool.
Right, Bems, Man United, Atalanta. 60 seconds, please. Let's go.
It was a game of 2 halves. The first half was terrible. Second half was way better. Apparently, just like what Sam said, there was talk that Ronaldo yelled at his teammates, asking them, "Are you ashamed?" Whatever. And there's also talk that Bruno told Ole that we need to change the tactics. I think it was somewhere in the Sun, Bruno was saying that he needs to play a little bit deeper to link up with the midfield. But all in all, from my opinion, from my side, that game is worrying for us to go 2 goals down against Atlanta. Yes, we won the game the second half. There was a good comeback, good performance. But if you're playing like that against a better team like Liverpool, that game's over.
Yeah.
If that shot when we're 2-1 down, if that shot, if the head doesn't save that ball, that's 3-1, that's game over. So you can look at it different ways. There's a lot more negatives than positives. I'm one of those fans that I will always tell you, I always would pay attention to the reasons why we're not doing well, because when you pay attention to those reasons, then you can see, okay, then you kind of see is in where we're going. Like,
Okay.
yes, it's positivity. Yeah, we won the game, but it's very worrying is in to come back and win that game in that manner against Liverpool or City. That's game over.
Right.
So,
all right. Thank you, Vimal. Man at Atlanta, 60 seconds, please.
Yeah, it really was a game of two halves. I mean, that first half was absolutely awful, atrocious. It's like watching a Sunday league team. Completely clueless. The shape was all wrong. I think we had a 4-2-4 formation, if I'm right.
yeah.
Yeah. So we had the front four completely detached from that midfield. Absolutely atrocious. Defense going to be put under more pressure because of that formation, and you could see how much they were suffering. Conceded 2 goals from 2 chances, I believe.
Yeah.
I believe those are the stats.
Yeah.
You know, it puts our defense to shame. And rightfully, Scholes probably was the only one that gave some fair criticism of Ollie's tactics. You know, he's the only one I think is calling him out. Absolutely atrocious.
I totally agree.
Right.
Good win at the end. Good win at the end. But
Good.
yeah,
I like the
atrocious first
comeback.
half.
I thought Luke Shaw's cross was really good. If they could get more balls into the box for Cavani and Ronaldo to get to, it will make a difference. But you know, because Rashford, Mason, what's his name? Rashford, Mason, and Martial, they don't head balls. The ball's always to feet. They don't head balls. They don't score balls with headers. It's not going to happen. So the only 2 guys who can head the ball, if they're playing, put the balls in the box. That's all we ask. Joe, welcome to the show. Joe representing Houston Red Army, the peacemaker.
What up, fellas?
How are you? You know everybody here.
Hey,
Right,
what's going
60
on, bro?
60 seconds. Man United, Atlanta, quickly. You're the last person to talk about it. Let's go.
Terrible first half. Got to give credit to Ole, make the necessary changes in the second half. I mean, it's clear that the players are still playing for him. All right. I know they're not probably going to nominate him for manager of the year, but it's clear. This team,
Manager of the
okay, at the very least, you're playing for the badge. All right.
Right.
This is a team that we've watched where in the past their heads would have really sunk low for the Atlanta game.
Very true.
And they persevered, came through in dramatic United fashion. You know, like how whenever you put on MUTV and they just play random games, random goals, you know? This is going to be one of those games, man. And I mean, credit to Ole. And this isn't, you know, whatever. Ole is giving us a lot of those damn games. You know, the Cavani header, you know, last minute, the penalty, the save, you know, the head. There's been a lot of those kind of random games that you see on MUTV. So I'm just here for the vibes. And we still have a lot of holes that need to be fixed, but it was a good watch.
Right. Let's get right to the show today. We're talking about match preview against Man United against Liverpool, 2 of the biggest teams in English football in reference to rivalry. And now we're going to start with Adam. Adam, quickly, as it stands tomorrow, currently in United's current form, what would it take for United to beat Liverpool tomorrow if there is an opportunity, if there is a way around it?
Well, definitely would take the second half, that's for sure, of the midweek game. You know, Liverpool's on an 18-game unbeaten run. So, you know, what better place to stop that run is at Old Trafford. And, you know, United's got a habit of doing that. You know, that's why I'm wearing this shirt today. You know, it's a 1977 FA Cup where we stopped them winning the treble. We need a performance like that out of them. Maybe they need to sit down and have a look back on the 1977 FA Cup final, how much ticker it takes to beat Liverpool. But we definitely need a performance like that today to beat them, that's for sure.
You're already on Sunday, right? You're already on Sunday?
Sunday, yeah. So tomorrow morning, 2:30 a.m. kickoff.
Wow.
Yeah.
Ben.
Yeah.
What would it take for Man United to get a result tomorrow, if there is a way around this?
Oh man. The funny thing about it is that with this squad, we can beat Liverpool. That's for sure. I'm not. Don't get me wrong. We can beat Liverpool. We can beat any team on our day. But I just don't trust with the form and the way this manager and this coaching staff has coached this team. I just don't trust that we would win the game tomorrow. Again, looking at our form, but now is in when it comes to these derbies, not a derby, these rivalry games.
It's a rivalry.
It kind of goes out the window. So man, the only way I see us beat is in having the chance to beat them is just soaking up the pressure and hitting them on the break. And the plays that are crucial to that. Rashford is crucial to that. And if Rashford doesn't play, I don't see it happening. Bruno is crucial to that too as well. Fred would be, I want to say, even though I'm not a big Fred fan, but Fred is crucial to this game. This is the type of game where like Fred is quite important to the team against these big teams. So I mean, it is possible, but if Ole sets us up the way we set up is in against Atalanta, that first half is terrible. Second half, come back and win the game. If we do it like that, we're not going to win the game. So I mean, I don't see us. I'm looking at this game. It's going to be a draw at best, possibly a loss.
Sammy, is there a way to get 3 points at Old Trafford tomorrow for United?
Well, I'm going to repeat what I said, I guess, a few days back. I mean, we are all talking about the performance of two games, Atalanta and Liverpool. I think I want to mention one thing, that this kind of game it's like a clash of the titans. It's like you're teaming up against you're actually going against your arch rival, and anything could be possible. Sometimes this kind of games is beyond equation, beyond any tactical sense or something. I understand that tactically Liverpool is way superior than us, even if we actually have some world-class player. But obviously Ole doesn't know how to manage, and he's still learning. So obviously we can't say that he won't be able to get the best out of the players by his coaching tactics. Or maybe it will be possible that the player will be extra motivated because it's Liverpool. We have Cristiano Ronaldo, who had so many experience playing against Liverpool with Manchester United jersey on or without Manchester, playing for other team. So I think it's possible that it's not difficult that we can't beat them. It's very crucial for us that how we're gonna soak up the pressure. Obviously, I'm pretty sure they're gonna dominate the midfield, so we're gonna just literally hit them on counter attack. So I'm gonna echo what Benj mentioned. Obviously Rashford will be very crucial in that case. And if you take that our last win against Liverpool, that I think it was the FA Cup when we actually beat them 3-1 or 3-2. I remember that because Bruno scored a really great free kick, and Rashford made a tremendous assist from where Greenwood actually scored a goal. So if you take that game, even if the Virgil van Dijk was not there, but still I believe that the back line of Liverpool is not strong enough. They would definitely won't be able to resist if we hit them on counter attack. We have players like Cavani and Ronaldo who can literally capitalize on all the crosses. We have to make sure that we are delivering some crosses in the box. Otherwise it's useless to have Ronaldo in the squad. Most of the cases, if you make 7 or 8 crosses, he will definitely make at least 1 or 2 count from there. So we need to make sure we need to play to our potential, play to our strength. If we do that, we still have a fair bit of chance to beat Liverpool. And I'm still optimistic, given that the way the team performed in the second half. I'm optimistic that we can still come out on top, because after a long time we're going to play Liverpool again in front of packed Old Trafford. I understand Ole's record is very poor when it comes to playing against home crowd, but tomorrow's game will be difficult, different. Just mark my word. So we can still have a fair chance to beat Liverpool. That's
okay,
it.
thank you, Sammy. Vimal, what do United have to do to win tomorrow, if there is a way?
Play the strongest team possibly available,
The
and that's going
strongest
to
team.
mean playing the players that are in form. And I think we should really start up with that team that played in the second half against Atlanta. That's the team that needs to start, and that's the tempo we need to start with. If we do anything else, if we revert to all his old tactics, we're doomed. We're going to get embarrassed.
Wow.
So we have to start with the strongest possible team we can at the strongest possible pace we can. The way they came out of the blocks in the second half, that's how we've got to do it. The tactics were all wrong in the first half. You've got to have a midfield that's going to control that game or try to control that game. Against Liverpool, it's going to be tough. They play with high tempo, high pace, and they press.
Salah, Mane, Firmino.
I mean, technically on the ball as well, the one-touch passing, the movement, the way they swarm around you, it's very difficult to deal with. So we need to grab hold of this game in midfield, and we need to get the crosses into Cavani and Ronaldo. We need to let them work as a tag team. Cavani will do all the pressing. He'll have the work rate. Ronaldo's going to pick up the goals. He's going to be in the right place. So we got to use these guys to their strengths. And I would put Bruno on there, because as much as Bruno gives the ball away and he tries, he's 8 times out of 10 he's going to produce a pass, maybe even less, maybe more, but he's going to produce something, as you can see with Rashford. So yeah, probably a 4-4-2 formation is what I'd go with.
All right, Joe, what do United have to do to get 3 points tomorrow, mate?
Man, pretty much everybody has to play lights out. Everybody has to show up. And if everybody shows up, we have a chance. And that's what I'm saying there. Because of the glaring style of play that we've had earlier this season, I find that it's going to be quite difficult for us to be able to come up with something. Because you can't base it off of just the stats and the way we've been playing. It's got to be off of that magic that we have, that passion, where people just go from average 6 every week out to like an 8 and a 9 just because of the occasion. But we've had a really shitty reputation of playing like shit right after a big win, and this is not the kind of game we want to capitulate, like early, because the game might be over before we even begin. I'm seeing the old this is not the defense that I would have liked to see. This is a game I would have loved to see Varane play, because Lindelof is in there. I see
Mane
I see Aaron Wan-Bissaka cheating closer so that he can babysit Lindelof, but then that leaves Robertson wide open for those crosses. So it's something that Ole hopefully has a plan for, but I think we'll be lucky we get a draw, a point out of this one.
Lucky we get a draw. We are at that point, right?
Yeah.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right. Adam, who's playing left back?
Luke Shaw.
Bems, right back.
Right back, of course, Aaron Wan-Bissaka.
Vimal, who will put in the front, in the middle?
Where though? Defensive or attack?
Defensive, centre backs.
Well, McTominay obviously is not very good at that, and we don't have another CDM, so it has to be Fred. Just to break that
defense,
and tackle.
defense, not midfield.
Oh, sorry, in central defense.
Yeah.
Well, I'd pick a Varane any day, but he's not going to be available tomorrow. To deal with Mane and Salah and their speed, I'd put Bailey in if he's in form, or if he's fit. Maguire just looked sleepy the other day. He looked very sleepy.
Wow.
I'd put Bailey in. I'd give him a try. Lindelof was absolutely rubbish.
So you want Bailey and Maguire, or Bailey and Lindelof?
It'd have to be Bailey and Maguire, and I'd have to give some
Lindelof.
energy tablets to Maguire.
Right. Joe, let's go into the midfield. How are we lining up tomorrow in the middle? First midfielder out the back.
I mean, what's the latest we know about Bruno? Is he good for the game?
Doubtful.
He's gonna play. He's gonna play. Ole will play him even if it's 70%, 60%. He's gonna play. He's a dog, but he's gonna play.
I mean, what Maguire did.
he does it with his favorites, man. He doesn't care. He'll play it.
Well,
so I'll be surprised if Bruno doesn't play.
With 2 goals in 2 games, I see Rashford's probably gonna start. So that means either Ole is gonna drop Pogba, or he's gonna start him alongside either Fred or McTominay. I'm saying he's probably gonna pick Fred. So midfield, Fred, Pogba, Bruno.
So McTominay is not playing.
Nah, McTominay is not.
All right.
playing.
Sammy, up front, left and right. Who's playing the left side and the right side?
I mean, right side, to be honest with you, I want Sancho to start, but I don't think so that's going to happen. It's going to be starting with Greenwood. And I don't know, again, I am doubtful about Rashford, but I'm pretty sure, again, Ole is going to start with him because even if I know he got a little knock, I guess, but I think at the end, Rashford and Greenwood will be the one, starting on the two sides. Yeah. And up front will be Ronaldo.
So the only difference in this lineup is you put Bailly in the middle. You put McTominay, you put McTominay, you put Fred, Pogba, and Bruno as midfielders and attack Mason, Rashford, and Ronaldo.
Yeah. I think Fred and Pogba, what just Joe mentioned, just want to add, I think Fred and Pogba would be a better choice, given that, they actually played better in the second half of Atalanta game,
Won't happen.
McTominay was knocked off and then.
Will not happen.
You don't want Cavani up front?
I almost feel like Cavani should start this game ahead of Mason.
And what,
because Robinson,
Yes.
he would be able to boss Robinson because I think Robinson's a very strong left back, and he's very competent defender, and those guys I've seen Mason have difficulty with, but Cavani, I know Cavani would do a business with Robinson. We just gotta, because he's got like that energy up top, man. It's like things are always moving, I just like him in the lineup, So.
And think about, if you're Robertson, who would you rather face? Mason or
Cavani? That's true.
Mason.
Face Mason, wouldn't you? Cavani's he's a beast.
So you're saying actually
harass you.
Cavani on
That's
the
the
right?
thing. The thing is only thinking this way. I honestly think.
No chance, man.
I think Fred and McTominay are going to start
Exactly.
that.
Did you listen to Ollie's press conference?
It's Fred and McTominay. Oh yeah.
What was his press conference, Adam?
Yeah,
Was he saying?
His press conference, he might have, mate. The way he was
said-
talking about Fred was fucking
Exactly.
embarrassing.
He said,
Absolutely
what he said?
embarrassing.
He said,
Adam
he
finish.
said in his press conference, he said, well, during the Europa League final that Fred was injured, but he said that Fred that he wishes that he played Fred. The game might have ended different, as in he made a little comment that it's possible.
Mate, it was. Let me tell you, it was, and you know me, I don't want Ollie to get flicked, but it was. I was actually watching it, embarrassed for him the way he was talking about Fred. It was like they were in a parents and teachers school interview, and all he did was just talk about Fred's this, Fred's that,
Wow.
Fred's this.
One will think he's
Fred's
talking
that.
about.
It was
Zidane in his prime,
unbelievable
right?
how.
Fred,
Fred, it might as well said, yeah, Fred gave me an apple the other day. I loved it. It was just the best. Fred's the best. I'm going to take Fred out the back because I love Fred. It was embarrassing.
He might want to take Fred out the back.
Oh, mate, I can tell. I'm trying to not to say that, but it was.
Wait a minute.
Give
Do
me
you
a
think
break,
he's trolling?
man.
Do you think he's trolling though? Because he's got to know, like, the fan base, just like
100%. He reads
going after
everything,
Fred
Ollie.
online. He's
Yeah.
So for him to go out there and forcibly just be like, like put his arm around Fred. I mean, that's his. Hey,
He's putting more than the arm around Fred.
Because if you know that Fred is gonna play, like Bem said, right? He'll probably want Fred to be up there mentally. And if Fred has been listening to the news, he might feel a little down. But to hear his manager go out there, I mean, this is if he's playing. If he's playing, you got to give it. That's looking a little mad.
I can't blame Ollie for playing him because he's 30 games. I was saying it before the show. 30 games unbeaten away from home, Fred is. So you can't blame him from starting him. But the way he talks about him is just like he can't do anything wrong. It's so irritating.
Exactly.
And I know I don't want him to come out and bag him either. But you can't go out and just give the.
What if Fred's the only one that really believes in him? You could. Everyone has a teacher's pet, right. And Fred's work rate. You can't ever doubt it. What if he's the only one that really believes in Ollie and his plan?
Mate, I think the whole team. I don't believe the whole team 100% believes in Ollie, but I think they're playing for Ollie. The second half, the second half did show that. You know, a team wouldn't, if they wanted Ollie out,
They would not
and
play
you've
the
seen
second
it
half.
They would
before,
not play
they're
like
not
that,
going to
for
come.
sure.
They're not going to come out the
Don't
second
try.
half and put
This is
They,
what I
three
they
think.
goals
don't
on
they,
a game.
This is
they
what I
don't
think.
celebrate. They don't celebrate with Ollie. They don't. They
My
celebrate
opinion.
with each other.
Exactly.
Yeah, but
I
that's fine. I agree,
agree
on
with
that.
them all.
But,
Yeah.
but I'm not.
I-
I don't see many of them. I don't see too many teams running over to the manager and going, "Yeah, let's celebrate
yeah,
together."
but the thing
Oh,
about
they
it,
love-
taking
they
the
love
piss
Klopp.
if you think
Let
that.
Adam finish. Adam finish.
You're taking the piss if you think every team goes up to their manager and celebrates with him. Like after the game, you can see they embrace and everything like that. And yes, Ollie does go up to the player and celebrate with them. I see that. But you come on, man. I agree. Look, I don't have a problem with you blokes saying Ollie out. You know, I'm either way, you know, and I don't believe we can win a trophy under Ollie. But you can't sit there and say they're not playing for him. You know, yeah, I've seen it that many times where they've come out and they've done it that many times where they've come out and won the second half for him or won the game
How
for him.
do you know they're
I
playing for
beg to
him?
differ, though.
They're playing for the club.
Hold on. Vimal, rebuttal that. What do you think?
I think they're playing for the club. They're playing for their pride. They're playing for the jobs that they're in. That second half, they didn't come out and play for Ollie. They played thinking, look, we guys are going to go out this Champions League against a team that's worth a fraction of what we're worth. You know, we need to step up and show that we're real professionals and we're good players. I think they did it for themselves. They didn't do it for Ollie because they didn't even embrace him when they won.
Right.
I mean, I wanted to interject.
Sammy, Ben,
Yeah,
after Sammy,
things
Ben.
like that. I mean, especially now, before Ronaldo, we don't actually have any sort of like elite players who could actually inspire the player. Now we have Ronaldo, who literally played in the Fergie era. He knows what the dressing room looked like. So he
Make him
literally tried to
captain then.
resonate
Make
that
him
part.
captain. Because I'm fucking overseeing Maguire with the captain armband. That's for
Maguire
sure.
has no
Adam, hold on, Adam.
eligibility of becoming a captain anymore. I mean, he should literally step down. If I was Maguire, he doesn't have any sort of charisma or something to motivate the player. He just literally stand by that. I mean, I still remember that Marshall red card in the Spurs game. I can't believe captain
we all remember that.
such as didn't even like turn his back against his own player, didn't even argue with the referee, and like he literally just went to his goal. I mean, like that's like shambolic. But anyway, I mean, like that's what I'm saying. It doesn't matter this team is gonna play under Ole or not. This team still can win trophy and they can still play for the badge. That gives me hope for tomorrow's game. That's the reason. It doesn't matter what kind of team Ole will put up, what kind of strategy he will come up with. It all matters to me is that player is gonna turn up for their badge in tomorrow's game, and that's actually giving me hope.
100%. Bems.
Okay, so I totally agree with Ramon. I don't think these players were really playing for Ole, in my opinion. I think they're playing. I think they came out in the second half and they went and won that game because they didn't want to go out of this group stage just like they did last season. Also, you have Ronaldo. Ronaldo is not going to allow this team to go out in the group stage. Ronaldo's never played in the Europa League, so
There's always the first time, you know.
Yeah, well, yeah. I agree. There's always a first time, but the intent coming out in the second half to win that game, I saw players who are playing for the badge, playing for the club, playing because they want to keep playing in the Champions League. They want to put themselves in a position to give them a chance to win a trophy, to go as far as they can in that Champions League. If they were playing for Ole, right? I'll put it this way, right? There's been so much rumor, so much talk about Ole possibly getting the sack, so much pressure on Ole. If they were playing for Ole, those goals that they scored, at least one of those goals will be celebrated with Ole. I can tell you that. If players, when players will do whatever it takes to show the world that look, we're playing for a manager.
They're going to celebrate with Ollie when they're 2-0 down.
Let me finish.
Literally, like
if they're really playing for their manager, especially in this situation after all the pressure, all that bad results, if they want to show that if they're playing for the manager when they score, I think they're going to go rush and go celebrate with the coaching staff or with Ole or someone. The same thing happened under Mourinho. Under Mourinho, there was a game where I think we were down 2-0 at halftime. Newcastle. Just before that game, there was also bad
he was getting sacked. I never told them it was a bad move. Yeah.
These players went and won the game 3-2. Did any one of them celebrate with Mourinho? No. But guess what? Mourinho still lost the dressing room, regardless of that results. They were playing for the badge. This is the same thing I'm seeing that's happening. It started the game against Leicester City to get beat 4-2 at home against Leicester City. If you look at the body language of all those players, you will see these players look like, man, they just don't know what else to do again. They look fed up, in my opinion. So I think it's gonna keep happening. Yeah, they're gonna keep winning games, but eventually, it's not gonna look good for Ole. I don't see him playing for Ole at all. My opinion.
Joe, where do you stand on this? Are the team playing for the badge, or they're playing for Ole, or where the peacemaker stand here?
Hey, okay. I mean, say what you want about Ole, man. He's tactically not sound, whatever. It's clear as night and day these guys are playing for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, because there's no way he's supposedly escaped getting the sack. The way it happens, certain games, come on, they're clearly playing for them. Now, if you're gonna say that whenever they play well, they're playing for the badge, right? It's because they care so much about the badge. Does that mean if they play badly, it's because they don't care about the badge? Because when they play badly, you blame Ole. You don't blame
so much about being in the Champions League. Then go now.
No, whoa. No. I'm looking at your premise. I'm looking at your premise, right?
Joe, finish.
You're saying that whenever they play well, they're playing for the badge. But when they play badly,
I never said that. I never said that, Joe. Don't twist my words. I never said that.
Okay.
I never said that. Don't twist my words.
But you said that the second half they were playing for the badge.
Yes, because they don't want to go out of the Champions League.
Okay. So they were playing well, right? And they was doing it for the badge.
Yes.
So who were they playing for in the first half?
What kind of question is that, man?
Well, you can't contradict yourself, man.
They're following instructions.
What kind of question? What kind of? Okay.
They're following instructions.
Okay. They were still playing.
Hold on.
Okay, this is
no.
This
It's the way
taking the piss.
it's the way
in the first half. They were given instructions, right? It was not working in the first half. They were playing for the club. They were playing under the instructions that was given to them in the first half. It was not working. It didn't work. They went to the dressing room. Bruno told Ole, we have to change the tactics. Ronaldo,
Bruno told Ole that
we do not want to go out of this because, again, look at the game. They're like, if we lose this game, we have a bad chance.
Too much shit
coming out of this group.
Bruh,
they knew
you're taking too many liberties.
They knew what was at hand.
You're absolutely taking the piss, man.
Losing that game was pivotal to that to the Champions League hope. If we lost that game,
mate, is Ole telling Bruno to lose the ball all the time in the first half?
That
Ole's fault that Bruno's losing the ball.
Chain of events that you just described, that was completely fabricated. You don't know that you don't know that Bruno told Ole.
Bruno's
taking
out
there in the media, bro. It's out there in the media.
Okay,
there are stories that Ronaldo and Bruno rallied.
It's out there.
There are stories.
There are stories, exactly. Stories.
I just don't like the.
None of us are there.
I'm not crazy.
I'm not crazy. Media.
I'm not crazy about Ole. When you want to criticize.
I don't see
the
how
stories Bruno and Ronaldo rallied the team.
When the players are playing for that bad, they don't see. They went out of the Champions League group stage last season. If that was to happen again, do you know how?
Then it would have worked out perfect for you.
It's embarrassing.
That's embarrassing to go out of the Champions League, to go out of the group stage 2 years in a row. It's embarrassing, man. Come on. And you got Ronaldo in your team.
Yeah, but when they play badly, right? You didn't blame the player's passion. You blamed it on Ole. That's all I'm trying to say.
Yeah, but
when they play badly, you blame it on Ole. But
the first half, they played under instructions that were not working. We're playing a 4-2-4.
How do you know they didn't play under instructions in the second half?
It wasn't working. That was Ole's instructions.
So were they not playing under Ole's instruction in the second half?
No, it wasn't written in the media. It wasn't written in the media.
Ole probably gave them the instruction. See, from what I heard, Ole was calm. Ole was calm in the dressing room. Ole did not shout at anyone. He was calm. He was telling them, "You can do this. It can happen. Whatever." Is it from what I read in the news?
Okay, exactly. You read.
All right, Bems, Adams, come in.
Right, I can't comment to that. It's fucking utter garbage. Like, Seriously, you read about it and you take it as gospel? Give me a break, man. You're more intelligent than that. Seriously. Fucking
Dude,
Bruno going in there,
dude,
tell
let me tell you
Ollie
something,
needs
man.
to.
I have seen
Ollie
this.
needs to
I've seen
just
the
hold
same
it
thing
for
for
5
3
minutes,
years
mate.
Bams.
on a
Give it a break.
consistent basis.
Like,
There is nothing
for
no more
Bruno to
to
go
point
in
now
and
that
tell
will make
Ollie
me
to
believe
change the
otherwise.
tactics when he's the one turning over the ball all
Those
the
players
time
aren't playing
is
for that
absolute
manager, man. They're
bullshit.
playing for the badge.
You
They're
know,
playing not to
I'm over friggin'
Guys,
what do you
can I
call
say
it?
one thing? Guys, can I say one thing?
Vimao.
I think it's all about perception, you know. It's what we see throughout the game, what we see, you know, in terms of body language and how
Right.
the players behave and how passionate they are. So none of us know really what's being said in this
That's
dressing
right.
room. None
We're
of us
not
know what
there.
the tactics
So
are.
let's
Don't know what the
I couldn't
instructions
agree
are.
more,
So we
mate.
have to
like we do
go.
this.
Most
We have.
intelligent
We are
thing that's
going
been
with
said.
perception. Yeah, but if we have differing perceptions, we have to respect it. You know, I respect your perception. You got to respect mine, and vice versa. We
right.
just it's how we feel
It's
when we
how
watch
we
these
feel
games.
about it.
But
Now,
I agree.
Sammy,
I
come
agree
in.
totally what you're
Stanley, come
saying
in.
there. But as soon as
How I
someone
feel.
says something good about Ollie, they get shot down straight away.
Okay.
That's
Hold.
the problem.
Sammy.
That's the problem I have.
No, I
Sammy.
think, you know, like, again, whatever we heard about this green locker room thing, it's everything is just, again, a rumor. We don't know what exactly happened.
Right.
Thing is like that when we had somebody saying that players are going to play for the badge, that does not equate to that they are not following manager's instruction.
True.
Everything comes together. Guys need to understand that. Okay, if Ronaldo will say, okay, I'm going to just take the cross, he will definitely, that's his personal decision on the field. But he also has to be upfront based on what his manager told. Is everything comes together. Okay, so that's why, you know, like what I'm saying here, it's like it doesn't matter whether we, you know, we got the win because player turned up for the badge or they follow coach's instruction. At the end, I guess all have to be equally responsible. I think that's the main point. It's not about we can everything put on Ole. But yeah, one thing we'll definitely should give credit, which I think we are kind of overlooked, that the Ole actually made good stuff substitution. Okay, in the second half, I know the player. Let's say the player turned up for the batch. Okay, but he also made sure that the you know he made those
substitutions made an impact.
moment, so they would actually give ample time to make some impact in the game. Okay, so it's a combined effort. Okay, so there is no. I mean, I don't think so. We should create a spat between us. You know, making hearing all the stories we heard on the story. So that's exact. That I just wanted to make it clear. Like I think it's about.
Thank you, Mr. The analytical one.
We're gonna call Sam the statesman. All right,
No,
Sam
right.
the statesman
So,
right there.
now,
all right, thanks.
Adam, tomorrow, what's the score gonna be?
I think we're going to lose. I got no doubt about it. I honestly think we're going to lose, and I don't believe, and I'm not going to sit here and sugarcoat it. I believe we're going to lose.
Wow.
You know, they're 18 games unbeaten. We're struggling against the most basic teams. So, and I'm not going to sit here and say Oleg's tactics are good because they're not. But yeah, I don't believe. I think.
So you don't see us beating Liverpool tomorrow?
I think if we can bring the second half, but I still saw. I still didn't see. I don't see the second half of that Atlanta game being the best game they've played either, because I saw things in that game, individual saves by De Gea that kept us in the game. You know, I still saw Bruno struggling to put a cross in and stuff like that. So, even though we won, I still don't believe. I think Atalanta were under the pump big time in that second half, and you know, Liverpool, Van Dijk's not going to allow that to happen. I think Van Dijk's absolutely going to school Ronaldo tomorrow. You know, he's a big man. Van Dijk. I think Van Dijk can settle Ronaldo. So, you know, as much as I want the win, and I believe in the team can get the win. I just, if you're mentally stable, you know that Liverpool's going to win. So, and I don't think we're going to get flogged. I think they've just got players like Salah. That can just pull a rabbit out of the hat, you know?
Right.
And he can beat players one-on-one, and, you know, he's that calm at finishing.
Right.
You know?
Right. Vimal. Scores tomorrow, mate.
Scores?
Yeah.
Oh, gosh. I think we'll get 1 goal. And I reckon Liverpool
we'll
will
get one. And what is it going to be? A 1-0 to the United?
No, unfortunately not. I think that Liverpool will get a few more. They've got a system that works. It's been proven, and the players subscribe to that system, and they believe in that manager because he's got tactical nous that very few Premier League managers have. Ole, unfortunately, doesn't have that. That's where I think the frustrations are. As much as they want to win their games under Ole, they just don't feel that his instructions or his passion or his tactical nous is up there. And I think they just want better leadership, so that they can go out and use the talent that they have in that squad to the best of their abilities. I don't think they're being deployed as best as they can. So yeah, we'll probably would lose 2-1 or 3-1. You know, I think once we got a draw, we probably just try and nick a goal. But once we go one goal down, we're just going to get very, very defensive. And I think Ronaldo and whoever else will come off to get more defensive players on. Ole, I just don't think has got the ability to take on Klopp at this current moment in time.
Wow. Okay, Joe. Man United, Liverpool scores tomorrow, mate.
Like I said, we'll be lucky if we get a draw out of this. It's probably going to be like a 3-1. It's just that they're
3-1
just
to United.
3-1 to Liverpool. Yeah, because with the way they are right now, they're a well-drilled team and they are an elite drill team. We have difficulty with well-drilled teams that are just mediocre. This team, they have a system, like I said, and the only X factor that's gonna, because on the paper right now, there's no way, right? But that X factor that we have, that passion we have, you know, it just depends on who shows up, you know. But I just see too many holes in our game right now, especially with Lindelof. And defensively, not everybody, well, Shaw hasn't necessarily been very sound. Great pass to Ronaldo in the last game, but we need definitely a lot more of those. We just have to worry about their overlaps too. They're very good at that, the overlaps. And right now, it's just defensively, because we've been leaking so many goals. I don't see us being, it's certainly not going to be a clean sheet. If we get a 0-0 clean sheet, like seriously, that would be an impressive, a very impressive point, because they have no reason, they have no business.
I think we're 20 games now where we've conceded goals. 20 games.
Yeah. Wow.
We have no business.
It seems since we run, it seems like the mug we're leaking in mug, leaked against Everton, leaked against Villa, Atalanta. It's like we are leaking.
We're leaking
goals.
with Varane too, man.
Yeah, I agree.
Don't think Varane's everything.
No. I what I'm saying is, it seemed to be getting a bit worse. Leicester City, Atalanta, the goals conceded are a bit more like comical now. You saw the goals against Leicester City. You saw the goals against Everton. You saw the goals against Atalanta. Just balls down the right, crossing the box, and it were open. Just a pass splits the whole back four. So I mean, set pieces. I don't know what Eric Ramsey is doing now with the set piece, but
I'm pretty sure the defense don't want this kind of pressure. You know, they want the midfield to absorb the ball and keep the ball. They don't want the midfield to keep giving the ball away so that they can be attacked. You know, and that's where we're all going wrong. You know, he keeps going with McFred, who can't keep the ball.
Right.
So the defense are just having to suffer. Did you see Maguire and Luke Shaw's face at the end of that game? They look ragged.
Like they were looking ragged, but
completely. Yeah.
But Ronaldo was the one celebrating on the ground.
Exactly, that photo.
That's because it's all about Ronaldo, mate.
They look ragged. They run ragged. This whole system is making the defense suffer. You know, and if De Gea wasn't on form, mate, we would be like thrashed. I think it was 7-2 against what was it, Everton or Villa? One of those goals. Which was that team that we lost against 2-1 or something. I counted that De Gea made so many vital saves. If he had
lost
7-2. The system is failing us, and it's putting our defense under so much pressure. They're just fed up.
Right. Bams. Man United at Liverpool tomorrow.
I think it's going to be a tough game for us to win. I don't see us, like I said before, I don't see us winning that game based on form, based on the way we're coached, based on our system. Liverpool are flying. They're confident. They got all their players back. To me, what screams to me here is probably at best a draw. And to get that draw, we're going to have all men behind the ball. We're going to have to defend as a whole team. It's gonna be hard. Still, like you guys said, we've been leaking goals throughout the whole season. It's gonna. I just don't see how we win this game against Liverpool. The system, just like what Vamal said. I'm just gonna echo that. The system, the midfield, it's just not. It's not. It's not working. And this the game is in my opinion, is a must-win game because we are like drawing or losing this game just further just increases the distance between yourself and the top of the league. So, and you still got to play City, you still got to play Chelsea. So, I mean, it's not good, man.
Right, Sammy.
Well, again, it's kind of like those conflict scenarios when your mind is saying something, but your heart actually wants United to win the game against Liverpool, because my mind is always saying that, like, come on, you're a fucking fool, like if there is no
Right.
against Liverpool. But yeah, it's kind of that kind of a game, like where maybe sometime, some kind of like, again, United, if you've seen for last few games, will literally depends on those like individual brilliance,
Yeah.
like moment of magic.
That's
Maybe
it.
something would definitely work out tomorrow. It doesn't.
Maybe so.
You don't know. Like there's one free kick,
know.
Ronaldo will score from free kick in the matter. So yeah, it's a very tough game for us to win. I mean, I'm still, I'm going to debate on that, but I still feel that at some point of time, I believe that we will come out on top, and Liverpool maybe score 2 goals, bang, bang, and then maybe we'll win the game. But there is no way this game will, end as a goalless draw, because our defense was definitely they're going to leak goals, because our defense is not sustainable. And again, it's not about we can only blame on defense, because our defensive midfielders, I mean, they don't know how to like, they know very much how to lose ball. They don't know how to gain balls. That's something, Fred and McTominay is very good at, like losing balls that literally create pressures on our defense, and our defense is not sustainable, especially without Varane. I can't think of like we will actually have a clean sheet. Hats up to De Gea. He's really, he's in prime form in this season, but I'm feeling pity for him for such our poor defense. He's leaking goal. He's actually conceding goals, which he should not, after he putting up such a brilliant performance and match after match. Okay, so but anyway, at the end, as I said, like my mind is obviously gonna conflict with my heart. My heart is saying we're gonna win against Liverpool. Maybe we'll win, but we don't know. I'm just gonna put it into like in a very situation like like where I can't decide on whether we'll win or not. But I at the end, I'm just gonna go for that we're gonna win, since it's Liverpool. It's a matter of pride. It's a matter of prestige. Like we have to beat Liverpool, and especially in front of home crowd after like a couple of years, we should beat Liverpool. That is something Ole needs to show if he really wants to stick to his job. I think this is kind of like one of his last chances to keep his United job. So hopefully be able to motivate our player will turn up for him or for the badge.
All right.
If they're playing, yeah.
Go on. Adam has said we're gonna lose. Joe doesn't see a win. Bems, Vimel, and Sammy is just saying, okay, I really want United to win, but I don't know how they're gonna win, because I could see how big and astronomical this game is gonna be. And Liverpool, as much as we dislike Liverpool, they play some very good football. And how do United cope? I think the best way United is going to have to do counter-attack and sit back, soak up, and counter. And Rashford will be the outlet out. That is the.
Somebody has to mark Salah.
If you want to play then tactics to tactics, I can't see.
But look, though. But look,
It's gonna be hard.
Hold on. Let Sammy finish.
Yeah, who's going to mark Salah? That's also very crucial, because in the previous games, I think Luke Shaw did a better job. I think it's against in the FA Cup game, or the game, I guess, back in 2019 when we beat Liverpool. I think Luke Shaw did a really fantastic job to mark Salah. So hopefully Shaw will be able to put on the show, because Salah isn't in like, he's in a moment. I mean, like his form is really good. I mean, he's been scoring in every game. So yeah. I don't know how we're gonna actually make sure that Salah won't be able to get the most of the ball in the final third. So that'll be a tough job, and that also depends on how we can actually sustain against their attack, because Salah is very crucial. I feel like he's gonna be the one whom we should make sure that he won't get a lot of ball inside the our penalty box.
Adam, you're about to say something.
Oh no, I was just going to say, being that we're going to be playing for the badge, we should win the game easy. So that's all.
Okay. Joe, you're smiling. You look like you want 3 points. We all want 3 points, but it looks like 3 points is gonna be. I don't even know what to think. Joe,
It's good.
go on, Joe.
It's gonna be hard. Even like okay, so like the way we're even anticipating the way we have a chance is to play a counter-attacking football. But the thing is, with the way we've been playing, we haven't been taking care of the ball very well,
Sure.
and we've been getting exposed also with the high press. So putting McFred in there again, all they're gonna do is press us, right? And McFred haven't been able to, at least not this season, been able to work it where they can be forward passing and try to avoid the press. So there's just so many ways they can hit us. And with the kind of with the certain injuries that we have, I don't know if people are going to be 100%. It's definitely an uphill battle for this game, man.
Adam, do you have a question for anybody there?
No, I got nothing.
Joe,
It's a tough game. Tough game.
Joe, any questions for anybody?
If we come in and we're tactically sound the first half and the second half tomorrow, will this be credited to Ole Gunnar Solskjaer or for the love of the badge? This is to Mr. Vems.
It's kind of funny. I wasn't given the opportunity to say what I was going to say before, but honestly, what was your question again?
If we're tactically sound and we take care of Liverpool tomorrow, is this going to be accredited to Ole or the badge?
If we're tactically sound, yes, credit to Ole.
Okay, that's all I want.
Credit
That's
to
all.
the coaching staff, but I don't see how that we are tactic. What do you mean by tactically sound? Is in what is
Like we come out
Define
and
that.
it actually works. Whatever we come
like
out
works
there,
in what way? We come out, attack them and beat them, or we come out, defend and
Whatever tactics he puts out.
So
whatever
wait,
tactics that
I'm-
doesn't have us getting
I'm
embarrassed.
asking because there's two different sides of it. You can sit back, defend, and just is in defend and not is in concede goals. That's a part of tactics, is just sitting back and defending. But then you can also go for me, we talk about tactically like sound, taking the game to them, winning them on a tactical game, like you beat them.
Taking the game to them. Taking the game to them.
Okay. If we do that, which I don't see it's possible, not under this manager, based on form. If we do that, yes, I'll give it to Ole, but I don't see that happening. I've not seen that happen under Ole is in this season. And again, I'm gonna say this. This season was supposed to be a season of improvement. We are talking about Liverpool. Is in this game. If you rewind to last season, this is a game that we weren't sure about winning. Yeah, we came out and then I think we played a draw or whatever. So we haven't improved from last season with better players. This is with better players. So we're having the same discussion this season that we had last season, again this season with better players. And then you somehow, basically what I'm saying is that you're seeing the same thing all over again. And you somehow feel from somewhere that we can miraculously just discover some type of tactical masterclass and attacking football, beating the big teams and all this stuff. It's not good. It's not going to happen. I don't see it happening. I haven't seen it for 3 seasons, and I don't see how it's going to happen now.
First of all, Liverpool's the first big team we're playing.
Huh?
Liverpool's the first big team this season.
Yes, I know.
It's we don't even know what we look like against big teams.
But this conversation we're having right now, we had this conversation before the big teams last season.
So what you're saying with a better team, you haven't seen any improvement. But this is the first big team. We won't know till after the match because we haven't played any big team yet.
Yeah.
It might be a case of the players rise.
Yeah.
You never know.
But take this though. Atalanta, I mean, the first decent team we played in the Premier League was Leicester City. We got beat. Then I call Atalanta like a mini Liverpool. They come out and attack you, right? That's like a mini Liverpool. The
Right.
first half we didn't do well against them, but second half, yes, we came out and we do well, right? The funny thing is, when I look at this team, I see Ole as a reactive manager. If Ole was to say, you know, you guys go out and attack and take the game to them, because we have our strength is in attack.
Right.
So, and I don't see him playing to our strength. He doesn't do that. He likes to sit back, soak up, and look for a mistake and hit. He loves that counterattack bullshit, man. It's like, I mean, why can't you? Take
the game to Liverpool.
Give us a plan, a system that will break the team down, take the game to them. You have the players to do that. It doesn't make any sense. So,
right.
Yeah.
Vimao, as you said, as you've heard,
yeah,
we all really want the best for Man United tomorrow. We want,
of course, we all want the best.
It could be a case of the players rise to the bag tomorrow. There's some games that are so predictable, and this looks like one very predictable game whereby Liverpool going to beat United because of current form, the tactics, the system, the coaching, everything is completely better all across board. We have better players from last season, but while we're still in the same situation whereby we're still unsure of beating Liverpool again this season with better players. Okay. Why can't we find a way to beat Liverpool?
I mean, watching the game, watching this team for the past 3 years, do you think that we have all the tools and all the tactical nous and all the experience and the knowledge to go and inflict a system that's going to win and dominate games? You know, anytime that we've actually won a game, I think we've got lucky, or the team have risen to the occasion, or they bounced back. I don't see a system that we currently play that goes out and dominates any game, any team. I just haven't seen it. You know, we've seen it time and time again with City. We've seen it time and time again with Liverpool. We're seeing it now with Chelsea, with Tuchel taking over. We're seeing a system being effectively deployed with Leicester. I'm not seeing anything good being deployed under Ole's tutorship.
Wow.
You know,
that's worrying.
It is worrying, and I think that the times that we do get a win, I think we've just fluked it.
Yeah,
I think, you know, the players have just got fed up and think, look, we're going to do what we're going to do. We're going to play football the best we know how and go out and win it, and that's what they did in the second half. I think that the players are losing belief, and you see it in their faces and their body language. You see it with the post match interviews. The belief is just draining from them. And
so early in the season, though, we're not even going 10 games
but
in.
it's not. Yeah, I know it's early in the season, but it's 3 years on, man.
Exactly.
Imagine playing for the same clueless man for 3 years. How would you feel?
Yeah.
I'd feel deflated, but my confidence would go. I feel demotivated. I'm getting a good salary as a Man United player, but man, this guy does not know how to go and pick out individual plans against teams and beat them. He's just coming to us with plan A: soak up pressure, counterattack, soak up pressure, counterattack, soak up pressure, counterattack.
Every time.
It's the same thing, man.
Every team we play against, it's the same thing.
Okay, Adam, quickly round up this one. I know it is what it is. Can we find? Is there a way through this? It could be a lucky. I'll take anything. Own goal, last minute own goal by Liverpool. I'll take 3 points at this point. Anything, but tactically, I do not see us out playing Liverpool. Like Ben said, a tactics to take the game to Liverpool, dominate, compress Liverpool, squash them and beat them. Not now. I can't. Can you?
I totally agree. I think we're going to be sitting back. I think we're going to let them come onto us. And I think we're going to try and soak up the pressure. I think I really worry if Ole comes in and decides this week he's going to play a 5-man backline. I really worry for that because that's never worked for us. And I totally agree with everything the boys are saying. You know, the only thing I didn't agree in this is the talk in the newspapers. I can't stand the newspapers. I can't handle the newspapers. And that's why I get a bit pissed off with it, you know. But I agree with everything the boys say. I just don't see us tactically being right for it. I believe the only way we're going to get through it is if the boys step up and they use all their talents to push us forward and understand how much this means to every fan out there. Just like the second half, you know, you got to be playing for the fans. If you're not going to play for Ollie, play for the fans.
Right.
And you know, you can see how passionate we all are here. You know, and we're not even at the games. You know, so
Yeah.
Sometimes you see a lot more passion. Well, you do. You always see more passion in the grandstands than you do on the pitch, and it could be due to Ollie, the events on the pitch. But
Right.
I really hope they turn up regardless of what Ollie tells them, and they get the 3 points for us. But you know, time will tell, won't it?
Joe, no hope. Is it over?
As far as tomorrow's game,
Yeah.
it's gonna take, you know, we're gonna have to like pull on the passions from Manchester United teams past to beat this Liverpool team, man. But that bit of magic, I know we're always capable of it. All right, that's why we love this team. That's why we come back, because when things are down, there's he's got that magic, you know, and the team's got that magic too. So anything can happen. I'm not saying it's 100% going to be a loss, because we've got that X factor at United that no other team has, and that's why we love this team. So who knows? It'll be hopefully it won't completely spoil my Sunday.
I really don't feel any magic with Ollie. I honestly don't feel it.
No, I'm afraid I don't either. Do
I don't see any magic, man. He's showing me the same.
Can we clip that and use that as the title? Ollie's magic.
He's shown me the same thing for how many years? It's not gonna all of a sudden figure out some tactic. He's not gonna become a tactical genius overnight. He's not.
That's why I said magic. Like he finds a way, like things,
find a magic mushroom somewhere.
It's like we're in the middle of a Disney movie sometimes. It's like, how is this?
Just like we said, is if we do, okay, is soak up the pressure, counterattack, right? Now, the way we've been winning games, just like Vermont said, is individual brilliance. Is the players coming up, is in saying, you know what, we're gonna play, we're gonna do our thing and just is in go out and win this game. That's what I see. I don't see any system, any instructions, and it should not take you 3 years to be able to implement that. Like,
I don't believe the goals on the second half there during the week were individual brilliance. I thought they were great build up, and there was
Maguire wasn't
that was
switching between Ronaldo and Rashford and that
Right.
was very good, you know.
Okay, see that.
Can I say one thing after you, Bams? Go on.
Okay, that to me, it wasn't individual brilliance. It was a team that was playing together, attacking, is in trying to create chances, trying to win the game. So you can see those across from Luke Shaw. We all know Luke Shaw can cross the ball from the left wing.
Yep.
And we know we have a player in Ronaldo that can head the ball. The more you do that, the more you increase your chance of scoring.
Right.
Now, also, you have a player in Rashford that speed that likes to run in behind players.
Right.
These players, they play with each other for a while. They know, okay, if we're in this position, Bruno knows, give it to Rashford. You see what I'm saying? Rashford can find a goal. So these players have played with themselves before. They know what to do in these situations. They know how to play to beat a team down, is it to beat a team. But now when they're given instructions to sit back and soak up pressure and wait for a mistake, and when they're doing that with players like Fred and McTominay that can't hold the ball in midfield, you keep losing the ball. You keep giving the ball to your opponent.
Right.
They keep attacking you. We're weak in defense. We concede. It's from the manager. The manager starts with, this is where we're gonna play, but it doesn't work. So second half they come out and say, you know what? We're gonna play ball. We're gonna play it the way we know how to play. We played like this before. We've done it. So let's go do it. That's what I see. And that's the players, not necessarily they're playing together to win the game. And yes, there is times where you see individual brilliance from players like Rashford, from Bruno, all those shots from like outside the box or even Greenwood. You see those moments. But I mean, what I'm saying here is that the manager can get way more out of these players. These players, they can get way more out of these players that we have. It's clear to see. It's clear.
Okay.
I guess Vimal
Well,
can go ahead. 'cause
Come on,
Yeah,
come on.
I just
Jamal.
wanted to just point out an observation that I made on the Leicester game, and you guys probably saw this. But do you remember when Oyosi Perez came on to sub quite late on in the game? Brendan Rodgers basically stood with him at the touchline and gave him instruction for about 2-3 minutes.
Right.
Did you ever see that? Did anyone see that?
The black guy, right?
Oyosi Perez. No,
Yeah.
he's the
No,
Perez,
he's like,
Latin.
I knew.
Okay.
yeah,
So he came on late in the
It's
game,
like
and
a
I think
broke man,
that's
Mars.
yeah, and I think they won the game from then on.
Yeah.
But it's something I see time and time again from these good managers that they come up to the touchline with a player that's about to come on, and they give them instructions for 2-3 minutes, talking in their ear, getting a message into their ear, drilling something into their head. And I see it time and time again. Pep does it all the time. Klopp does it. Brendan Rodgers does it. A lot of these elite managers do it. How many times have you seen Ollie come up to the touchline, put his arm around a player, give instructions for about 2-3 minutes? How many times over the past 3 years have you seen that?
I've never seen it.
I've never
Not
seen it.
once.
Never seen it.
Never
I see him
seen
go
it.
like this. I see him go like this,
Yeah.
and I see him
Yeah.
go like that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I see.
Yo, come on, guys. Do I need to put like he does that, man? He doesn't
He
do it all the
doesn't
time.
do it, bro.
But
He
to say
doesn't
that
do it.
he's never done it this entire season. Come
He
on,
doesn't
fellas.
do it.
Wait, you
You
say
can pull up videos,
so you're
Joe.
saying that if I go back, because I have a way of watching all the games, you're saying that there's no way I'm gonna find tape of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer
Giving instructions for
to
3
somebody.
minutes. Not,
Well, it's
not
gotta
2
be 3
seconds.
minutes. It's gotta be exactly 3
3
minutes now.
For a decent amount of time. Not 2 seconds.
Does he gotta
Not
give him a
hugging him.
handshake too? Does he gotta give him a special
Okay,
handshake?
Joe, you
pat
know
on
what?
the
Go
back?
find it.
During
If you find it,
during a
find it,
90-minute
then I'll give
game,
you a high
right?
five.
Right.
During a
Jamal.
90-minute game, there's a lot going on, right? There's
lot.
an elite manager reads that game. They know where
Right.
the weaknesses are, where the
Yeah.
strengths are. They know
Yeah.
what they need to do.
Yeah.
You can't do all the prep before the game. You do it during the game as well.
Yeah. Because
You know,
things are
and these
changing
elite
as the game is
managers,
going.
Tuchel,
game
my
against
God,
Leicester City,
he's drilling instructions into
Yeah.
his players.
Exactly.
Every sub that comes on, he's drilling instructions into them. This is
Yeah.
what you got to do. This is what we got to do. You know, I don't see
I
any
don't
of that
see
coming
it.
from
I
Ollie.
think I've seen Carrick or McKenna opening a sheet and telling Mason to follow instructions on a sheet. But
Follow
How long
instructions.
does it go
something
on for? Like,
so
Yeah, they
Mason
got
is
their
is
binder.
reading a script of like, okay,
So
Yeah, they have their game book.
yeah.
if you
So who's
look,
the
right,
captain of the ship? Who's the captain of the
It-
ship?
it's supposed to be Ole, right? Ole is supposed to be
Supposed to
captain.
be.
If you
Should come from
if
him.
you watch the game against Leicester City, right, just before Rashford, because Rashford came on in the second half, right?
mhm.
Right before Rashford came on, Rashford was about to come on, right? They give him they open that sheet, right? Rashford looks at it for like 2 seconds, and he's good and
Yeah.
ready to go on.
Right.
Like how the hell?
But
can you get
that's
instructions
not
for 2 seconds?
dynamic, is it?
Well,
Yeah, but
he might
you
have a
don't
photo. He
know-
might have a
wait.
photographic memory to
you're
absorb what
losing
Yeah,
he
but
the
it's
game.
not. It's not dynamic.
Wait.
It's not reading the
But don't
pulse
they
of the
train
game.
during the week?
Yeah,
You're
okay.
losing the game,
but it's
right?
not-
You're losing the
it's not
game, right?
real
You just come on,
time.
look at the sheet for 2 seconds. You come on and you're good to go. For 2
Yeah.
seconds, and you're losing the
Yeah,
game.
but
So it's all
but Ben,
rehearsed, isn't it? It's
you
all
don't
rehearsed.
the way you saw it, right? The way you're looking at that,
Right.
you don't know that's what really happened.
Exactly. It might have been
Right, but
something
you're
they
making
told
it-
you
Bro,
you-
before.
you are
earlier.
losing the
Your
game.
own-
You're
no,
bringing on an
no.
attacker
Yeah,
to
but
try and
that
score
does
goals.
not
You are
mean
losing
that's
the
what
game.
happened.
You
That
look
does
at a
not
sheet
mean-
of paper for 2
the way-
seconds, and you go on the
Ben,
and you go on the field.
But he
the way
scored.
you
He scored.
The way you perceive
Yes, he
reality
scored, but
does
guess
not
what?
necessarily mean it's what
Rashford scored.
reality.
That's where Rashford plays. Rashford runs in behind these defenders. He's been doing
Yeah.
that ever since we've known him. There's nothing tactical about that. That is Rashford. That's the way he plays.
See, that's the thing. You've set it up in your head.
But Tim, though,
that
look, but
it
look
doesn't
at it. But
matter
that's the way
what
he
Ole
plays.
does.
Jay,
Every time something good
Joe.
happens on the team, you're not going to give it to Ole. It's going to be in the individual players. It's going to be the freaking badge. It's probably going to be Fred the mascot. You're going to give it next time. Every time something bad happens to the team, you're going to say it's Ole's fault. I am
But-
not super Ole in, but Jesus, you got to be a little fair to the guy. Sometimes he tells
Dude,
them,
I am not gonna
technically,
suck.
I want you to
Hey,
win.
oh, Bams.
I am not
hold
gonna
on.
suck his
Joe,
ass, man. Like
just
that.
just
hold on.
another
I'm
Not watching
observation.
football, right? I watch football and I
Guys,
see
hold on.
the way
hold
other
on.
teams
Guys.
are managed, the way they play, and we are years behind all these teams, man.
Okay,
It's
we
been-
know that fact. We know that.
This
Yes,
is Man United,
we-
man. It's
we-
not.
we
It's not
know-
Leicester
we
City.
know-
It's
we
not
know-
Burnley.
We know this team is not with. They're not up to City level. We're not up to Chelsea or Liverpool standard
Nobody
yet.
saying they are.
Tactically,
Nobody
we
saying
have
they are.
a
No, but
collection
you
of
make it
players.
sound
this
like we're
No,
We
you
have
make it
No,
a
sound
I
group
didn't
of
say that,
players
bro.
that any
I didn't say that.
team will be pleased to have. At least we have some talented individual skillful players. It's just making them work as a team instead of a bunch of individuals. That's what is lacking. And
That's what's
obviously,
lacking.
he cannot put it together. It's like fixing
Not
Lego
putting
or
it
jigsaw
together.
puzzle.
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
what is lacking. Other
That's what's
teams
lacking.
don't even have as good players as we have, but they're able to put it, to mold it into, like, you remember
You're absolutely
Adam
right.
and remember plasticine growing up? Remember plasticine that you make it, you pick all these things together and you make it into a little toy you want, a little animal. It's putting it together that
You mean
is
Play-Doh?
lacking. Well, you call it Pluto out here. Yeah, we call it plasticine.
Plasticine. Huh. Okay.
Yeah, in English it's plasticine. But have you seen that sometimes when Ollie is not reading the pulse of the game, he goes to his coaches,
I
those guys
noticed that.
behind me.
I
What
noticed.
shall I
Adam,
do?
do you
What
not see
shall I
that too?
do?
He's
What
always
shall I
going to
do?
McKenna and
Yeah.
Carrick.
Yeah. Tuchel, does he do that? Does Klopp do that? Does Pep do that? No.
They're
Exactly.
always the ones.
Exactly what
The
they
thing
need
is-
to
the thing
do.
is-
They
yeah.
read the pulse of the game.
The thing is,
Only
I
can't
just
do
employ
it.
Joe to watch other teams play. Like watch Tuchel,
No,
watch
I
Pep,
agree.
watch Klopp. Just watch him a little bit more.
I do watch them, and I
don't
watch.
think
I
you
see.
do. I
I
don't
do-
think you do because
See,
you talk,
okay.
you
See now.
talk-
Okay.
you
See
talk
now.
like you do.
See.
But
Here's the
I
part.
might be wrong.
Here's
My
the
bad.
part.
My bad.
No.
My bad.
Here's the part. Here's the part where you create a narrative that's not actually what it is, and you try to get us to argue against it. I watch the games, and what you're saying about Ole, everything that Tim just said about Ole, everything is absolutely true. What I am getting at is sometimes, as bad as he is, he gets it right. But you think every time something good happens, there's no way Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is in any way involved with anything that happens that's good on the pitch.
Okay. Okay.
That's all.
So,
That's the
Joe,
only thing I'm pushing
Joe,
back against.
Joe, I'm
not saying that he's the
I'm not
next coming of Alex
Joe,
Ferguson.
I'm not saying I don't want to give. I'm giving credit to Ole to what he's done to this club since he's been here. He's done good things. He stabilized the ship. He's brought in good players.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about
let
in
me-
games. I'm talking about
Okay.
games.
In-game management.
Right now, we
In-game
are
management.
3 seasons in. 3 seasons in
You're
with
not answering the
the same
question.
manager.
You're
I
avoiding
have
the question.
seen nothing different for 3 years. Why would I keep giving a man credits for 3 years? I've not seen anything. There's no improvement in the way we play. We've not played.
That's not what
we've
I'm
not-
asking you to answer.
The way we play is not.
I know what
it
you're
all
asking,
ties
Joe,
in,
but I think
bro, it all ties in.
Ben's not going to give
I
the
think
answer.
Bems is at the
He's not
Bems
gonna
is
give
at
the
the end
answer.
of the road now.
He's
at the end
avoiding
of the road.
I'm
Bimal,
done.
Bimal, can you
Uh,
answer my
uh,
question? Bimal, can you answer my question? Since Ben's will answer.
What was the
Can you
question?
answer- Question is, right? Is it clear? Is it okay to compliment Ole Gunnar Solskjaer when something good happens on the pitch, or are you just in the mindset that every time something good happens, it's either because of the players or it's because they're playing for the badge, or Fred, the mascot, or the people in the Stratford end, or the people that's singing? Everything that's happening that's good that happens on the pitch, right? Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is completely devoid of how any of that those.
No,
those-
it's not. I
those
don't say
parts.
it's devoid, but it's all subjective.
Okay.
You know, it's what our feeling is and what we view in the game and what we're seeing overall
Right.
from the
Right.
way the players are reacting, the way they interact, the body language.
Right.
It's all a
We don't-
subjective opinion.
We don't know these guys. First of all,
We don't know these guys. We don't know
We
what's
don't
being
know these
said.
guys.
No, we don't.
We
don't know.
We can only
So
see
that's
what
a
the
whole bunch
cameraman
of-
pans us to see.
Yeah,
It's a
right?
subjective
exactly.
opinion.
And that cameraman is putting his own little, like there's a producer that's building an image of this game, right? There's somebody that actually decides when the camera is going to zoom in at this player,
That's
when the
very
camera is
true.
going to. All right, so
Very true.
don't think that there isn't a narrative that's already involved with the broadcast that you're watching.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm
I
just
understand your
saying,
point. Yeah,
we're
makes
talking
sense.
about we're talking about people not celebrating with the manager and the and he's
Do-
lost the
do
locker
you-
room. Come
A
on, man.
follow
This is not
follow up question, Joe.
celebration.
Then do you think there is an agenda with the media in how they want to portray the way we play, and are they trying to perhaps pin blame on Ollie, or trying to pin blame on the players? Because obviously something's going wrong. So do you
Yo.
think the media have their own agenda?
Clearly there is, because we see other managers falter from time to time. Nobody talks about this kind of stuff. We sell clicks, and I
Yeah.
think it also hurts that if you look at the punditry is a freaking cemetery of all these dead careers that Manchester United destroyed in the 90s. All these old British players that have been getting slapped by Manchester United historically, are now feeling like they can come and just talk smack because the team is not where they need to be. All these guys on ESPN FC, all these guys on Sky, there's clearly an agenda. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that a lot of the heat that Ollie gets is not warranted. It is. The football is not good enough. He should get, you should get hit for all of that, right? But there's a way that it's like a reality TV show. They're all waiting for the smallest thread to pull on, so that they can write a story about it.
Write a story, sell clicks. It's true. I do feel there's a media agenda against Man United.
But I'm not going to say it's all media and the media is out to get us or whatever.
No.
I know if we played well, they would have nothing to write about.
That's true.
So we need to start playing well. That's up to us. If they're talking about us, it's because things are happening, So if we want that to stop, we got to start winning. And we all understand that, but like it's a bit much. It's a bit much sometimes.
It can be when you read every single player. Man United lose, even the media is always against the. You can see it's so clear, it's so obvious. But if you're doing well, they sing United's praises. But you sing more praises. You sing United when United are down because it's story to write, to sell papers, to sell. United is a story seller. Clicking, social media is all gone crazy. We get it. But who suffers most? The fans suffer most.
Nobody's talking about Real Madrid. Nobody's talking about Barcelona. Nobody gives a fuck about Bayern Munich.
No.
PSG might get a few. No. Right? It's all us right now. It's all the Prem.
So what's the climate like in America? Because obviously I'm in the UK and everything here is about English Premier League. We don't see anything else about all the other leagues. What's it like over there? Is it focused all on the Premier League?
They talk more about Kyrie Irving than the Premier League over here.
I mean, NBC shows all the Premier League. They used to have BN Sport, which showed La Liga when Ronaldo was with Real Madrid.
No, but the stories, I'm talking about the media, the stories. Where is all the hype?
Stories in Australia are always about Premier League.
It's Premier League.
No, it is. Nothing. America as well, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so controversy here is what's selling stories. So if they can find something to latch into a story and, our dismay of, the way our club is being badly mismanaged, that makes a good story for them, right?
Right.
These clowns behind me are causing a media field day.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. Right? And tomorrow, I guarantee you, as you all know, tomorrow is going to be another day that all of them are all looking like, all right, let's watch this clown perform. And if United win, let's say they win. I'm not saying they will, but I would love them. In my heart, I want them to win. If United don't win, the stories are going to come out astronomically. Oh, Ole's on a time clock. Ole's on a timer. This player put his head down. Oh, body language. The players conspired. There's going to be so much coming out.
Ironically, this is the game that Mourinho got the flick for. So...
Yeah, but that was at Anfield. We lost that one 3-1.
Yeah, but I mean, like we played Liverpool.
Yeah, I've seen Klopp seems to send the managers out into a sacking period. But
the thing is, what if the club really do want to stick with Ole till the end of the season? Whatever happens,
there's nothing you can do about it.
The players know it. So then the players going to have to just come and perform for the rest of the season. And then that means Ole stays on. It's a catch-22 situation.
Yeah, it is.
You can't get him out if you don't like the manager and his team and his tactics. What can the players do? They either play shit and get him out, but they have to wait for the end of the season, or they play good and play for their pride.
Right.
Imagine the situation they're in.
That is
it.
So
they're conflicted as much as we are.
Oh yeah.
So Adam, if you guys listen to the Manchester United podcast, they had Fergie on the other week. One thing I found interesting with Fergie in that podcast was he said he was never in the dressing room after games. So, well, I would really love after the games. Yeah, he said after the games, he literally was in there for 2 seconds and he walked back out. He said that's the players' time. I'm really interested to know whether Ollie's in there after the game trying to be one of the boys, instead of, and if he is, that's a shocker. He should be leaving the dressing room early, straight after the game. He doesn't need to have words with them. That's their time to discuss what's going on. So, and if it is, then I agree with the boys. They're organising the pitch, and I said it the other day that I think there's too many blokes in the team that obviously want to get results, and you know, they're going to play the way they want to play rather than play the way Ollie wants to play, especially if it's like that where Ollie's not in the dressing room.
Very true. Well, we have come to the end of the show, and to say I'm not worried or concerned, I'll be fooling myself. It's just you see, these are games we used to look forward to. Like, you know what, you're gonna see a game, but I just don't know where a win is coming from. I just don't know where. All I could hope for is a mistake from.
Here's the peacemaking now. Peacemaking going on.
All I could see.
Mate, at least what time's kickoff in the States? What time's kickoff where you are?
It's a 10. Is it a 10 o'clock game, Bryce? Right?
10:30.
So-
10:30.
10:30 a.m. a.m.
Yeah.
10:30
So it's
a.m.
a
Central
2:30.
Time.
Try and be me. It's 2:30 in the morning kickoff here.
Right.
2:30 in the morning.
Right.
And
Wow.
you know, over the past few seasons, especially with Mourinho and shit like that, at 2:30 in the morning when
He
we're
must
not
be
getting a
killing.
result, it's a Monday morning when I've got to go
Oh,
to work
God.
at 7 o'clock.
Oh shit. Yeah. Damn.
Yeah.
That's
So
a
are you going to wake up for that game, Adam?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah,
And if
Okay.
we get thumped, are you going to have a bad Monday at work?
it's a bad Monday. Yeah,
Hey,
I
if we
usually
get it-
listen to Talk Sport for the next 3 hours. Yeah.
Oh
Hey,
God,
if
they,
we're
they
gonna
are another one who are like, I don't know what side they're. I mean, it is what it is. Like I said, Man United. When United are doing badly, they even sell more stories than any other team doing badly. See what
Hey,
I mean?
Adam, question. If we're getting slapped at the half, 2-0, right?
Yeah,
Do you go back to sleep? Do you go
I
catch
don't
some,
think you can.
I watch
or
the
you
whole
stay
game.
up, or you stay up and watch the game?
Always,
Because
always stay.
so
up
you
and watch
think
the game.
so you watching it because what you think something might happen?
I
Hoping
stay
for
up
something
because
to change.
I believe we can. No
Every
matter
game,
no
that's
matter
the
when
hope.
we're losing, no matter what, I always believe we can win.
All right.
Every
That's what's up.
Right.
fan has
And
the
then
hope
do you
that
take
something
it out
can
on your colleagues the day after? Or can you
I
peacefully
actually
kind of
just stick
digest
my
it?
headphones in. I stick my headphones
Pretty
in. I
much.
just listen to
This is
music
it
on the
right here.
radio.
This is right
Yeah.
there. Boom.
I do.
happen.
Like,
We
My
might
force
end up
field.
winning this
it's
game
it's
tomorrow.
tough for us out here. Like if we lose, you generally get a phone call, and in this game, in this case, we're playing Liverpool. I'll usually have some fuckwit messaging me all the time.
Yep. Liverpool
shit.
fans. I mean, my
Fucking
Liverpool friend, he's already told me.
And like,
he,
I don't
he
put
said
shit on
4-1.
Liverpool.
He said 4-1.
But
He said
even when
4-1.
they were going bad, actually, over the last 2 seasons, I was getting that much shit put on me, right? And then they started going bad like last year, and they were the biggest bitches and sooks you ever seen in your life. And I just started ripping them hard because they were putting shit on us over the last 3 years,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right? But then, you know, that's the worst thing about Liverpool fans. They can't stand. Look, and I know as United fans at the moment we are just struggling big time.
Yeah.
But we have got obviously people calling for Ollie's head and shit like that, and you know, but you know, I don't see our fans. Our fans want the club to move forward all the time. We don't generally just go, well, fuck him. He needs to be out. He needs to be out. He needs to be out. I just think, you know, we're United fans have got the club at heart all the time, you know, and it all starts at the top. And, you know, it's not still not, even though they've come and bought us all these players and shit like that, it's still a disease at the top of the club. you know?
The thing is
that's
that
true.
all Liverpool fans, Chelsea fans, City fans, they all want Ollie to stay.
Of course.
Yeah,
Because
that's it.
we've
That's
become the
right.
laughing stock.
Yeah.
You know,
I
my
agree.
nephew says, "Oh, Ollie at the wheel" when you got beaten by Leicester.
Right.
You know, they want us to keep a losing
Yeah.
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
a useless manager. So
Yeah,
you know,
they-
the laughing
they
stock.
want that.
we-
They
we-
want that.
Yes.
It's
So-
easy for them, and you know, it is more clickbaits and it's more media circus, and you know, people like
But this
Well,
is the joy of being a
this-
Manchester United fan, mate. You know,
Yeah.
everyone wants to be, what's that, adored but never ignored. You know,
Yeah.
so that's why we love this club, mate. You know,
Right.
and we'd do anything for it.
Does anyone know this
We
guy?
can
by the
argue
way?
on a podcast for 2
who is
hours.
that guy? I can't. Who is
Above
he?
my head. Who is he?
He was the keeper coach. He's gone now. He had
Oh,
a
he's
massive
gone now.
bust up with De Gea
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. I
Yeah.
was trying to, because I'm not
straight after their tour of Perth. But he ended up leaving probably about a month or so later.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
All right.
he had a bust up with De Gea.
Oh, yeah.
So I
I read
guess- I
about that.
guess-
I read about that.
Does anyone have confidence with these guys behind me? Anyone have any?
Nope. Well,
Oh,
it's in
nothing,
Vilma,
no one.
you know where I stand.
I know where you stand. Yeah, Joe.
My
No,
biggest.
I don't have confidence in them, but I mean, I hope that they can get better the same way I hope some of our players can get better at
Sure.
their art, at their craft. You know, they need to get better too. So
but
Three years, man.
Look,
we're all progressing.
this is what
I'm
Joe.
not saying that's a-
This
3
is my
years.
issue with it, right? This is my issue. We're Manchester United, okay? I don't believe we should have a managerial team
Mm.
that's learning on the job.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
We
Yeah.
should not,
Thank
and
No.
and it should
Not
not.
at- not at this level.
He should have been a caretaker manager, and that's it.
That's it.
When they signed him for that extra 3 years, yeah, I was happy. I've got to say, I was happy, but I was bought into that. But when you look back, it should have been caretaker, and that's it.
Yeah.
Mourinho shit me up the wall. I couldn't stand him. I never
Yeah.
liked him, and
He's toxic.
I've never liked him. Even when he was at Chelsea, I hated him, and it just used to frustrate the shit out of me. Manchester United fans used to love him. You know, a lot of them did love him, and it just he irritated the shit out of me, no matter what.
And they still
know,
do.
and-
Some people still
And
do.
yeah, that's
Some
right.
people-
You know,
Yeah, that's
Some
still
and it's
there.
like-
There's still like that
Some
contingency.
United fans won't
of-
even mind Marino coming back. I'll tell you that. They won't mind him coming back.
No.
mate,
He's
there's
too
no
he's too
way in the
toxic.
world. I can
He's too
tell you
toxic.
right
He's
now,
very toxic.
and you
That's
can
the-
clip this. If Mourinho ever came back to Manchester United, all this shit behind me would be sold. I can tell you right now.
Oh,
I
come
I
on,
despise
man.
the bloke.
Yo.
I despise the guy. And then
Wow.
if the guy's a joke, even like they lost 6-0, 6-2 or whatever it was during the week.
6-1. Yeah.
6-1. He comes out with the same bullshit excuses. You know, he's another one. His fucking tactics are out the door. And it's the same with Ollie and that. They're trying to play like Fergie. The tactics are out the door. The freaking game's moved on from it. You know, they've got to move
Well,
forward.
to be fair to Mo, in my opinion, Mo's a better coach than Oli. I'll give that to Mo though. I'll give it to him. He's a better coach than Oli. He's proven it. He's won trophies.
Ollie's come second in the league, but
Mourinho has won the league. He's won the Champions League. He's
but
won
not with
trophies.
Manchester United, he didn't.
Well, but no,
Not
man.
at times, yeah, no, but his
So,
CV has
It's
trophies.
fucking garbage, mate.
His CV has trophies in the league too. His CV's got trophies.
You won the Europa League.
Even though
won the
Mourinho-
Europa League.
he won the Europa League, yeah.
Give
Even
me a
though
break,
Mourinho
man.
is toxic,
Yeah.
I will give him the credit.
And he won the League Cup.
Manager.
Fucking
Okay,
hell, man.
So
Is that what we've come to?
Bems,
Is that what we've
Bems,
come to?
so Bems,
You're a better manager at Manchester United because you win the League Cup and the Europa League. Come on, man.
So Bems, you're telling me
At the end of the
when
day, the
you-
trophies in the cabinet tell me that he was a winner.
Yeah,
Well, it's
but
not at the front of
okay,
the museum, that's for
so,
sure.
That's
so wait
my
a minute.
opinion. Huh? Yeah, go ahead.
So you're saying that when you look back at our accomplishments the last 8 years, you'll find like you'll find if that we won the League Cup and the Europa League, like those are important to you in reference to like so if,
Okay, so
if
let me
all-
ask you this question, Joe. You're beating around the bush. What's your end goal? Is it to just be a United fan and watching the games, or do you want to win trophies?
I would win trophies,
Okay, thank you.
but
But wait, I'll put it this way. I didn't like Mourinho's coaching though, but guess what? When I look at the cabinet, I see trophies that he got me.
Bem's just made a simple comparison to Ole that Mourinho is a better manager than Ole because he's able to win
Yes.
when it counts. He's not a good manager overall because
No.
he implodes and he has some emotional problems
Too
where
many.
he just falls out with people. And so for
Completely.
that, he's not a
have
stable.
forgotten. You
He's
guys,
not a
Ben,
stable
don't
manager.
Remember,
Exactly.
he
He's
got
not stable
fired
manager.
from Chelsea
He wants
twice,
them.
bro. How do you get sacked from the club twice? You got to ask yourself that twice.
He's toxic. Don't get me wrong. He's a
No, but-
toxic guy.
And
He's very
in today's
toxic,
football,
yeah.
who needs that? Those
But guess
days,
what?
these days that a player is spoken to the wrong way, next week he's on the phone to his agent. We live in a completely different. Mourinho's stuck in the past. He's
Yeah,
stuck
he is,
in the
he is.
past.
That's what I'm saying. You
Yes.
know, we've
He's
got
stuck in the past. Yeah.
He
we've
fell
got
out with
our
the
current
players of Real
coaches
Madrid.
trying to coach like Fergie, and we've got Mourinho that's trying to keep playing his way. The
I don't even
game's
think, in my
moved on.
opinion-
The game's moved on. We
Completely.
really
I don't
need
even
to
see
change.
Ole trying to coach like Fergie. Fergie was attacking manager. Fergie could do counterattack.
No, he did. It
Fergie would
wasn't
take
all
the
the
game to
time,
you.
man.
Ole
It wasn't
does
all
not-
the time.
Ole does not take the
Don't-
game to you.
don't-
Ole
don't
is
think-
counterattacking
Don't
manager.
think Fergie was always. Mate, we're
Ole
11
is
points
counter-attacking
behind.
manager.
In
That's
not,
all
we
he
were
is.
11 points behind one season in Newcastle, and we ran them down. So does that mean we should have sacked Fergie because he was 11 points behind and he won the title? And I understand he had tactics, but we're still 11 points
Okay,
behind.
but guess what? But
You know,
Fergie, before
and the
was
first 6
actually
years, the
15,
first
man.
six,
Adam, but
15.
before Fergie
15,
came
yeah.
to United, he won the Scottish League.
but he still didn't win the.
One.
No.
I don't
just
believe
saying
all
the
that
Scottish
bullshit,
League.
man.
He came with CV. Ole is.
I know he
Ole.
hasn't. I just said I don't believe Ollie's the right man to take us forward.
Adams
I
is not
clearly
saying
said
Ole.
that. I'm not
So
saying that, but
we
you're
are in
making
Adams is not saying
agreement
Ole
here.
is the man. Ole is definitely not the man. But as it
Definitely not.
stands now, these clowns there, obviously they are learning on the job. So
I
at this
don't
moment,
believe- yeah.
this is not the kind of club you learn the job on.
Exactly. You
It's
don't
need
No,
an
want to
I
experience.
totally agree. I couldn't agree more. But
That's it. That's where we are. These guys are learning as it goes. It's like,
You
all right, this is not working. Let's try this. This is not
but
working.
we've
Let's try
got
this.
Mike Phelan there. I want to know what Mike Phelan's role is. Mate, that bloke has been around a lot of years, and
He's
he's got so much more tactical nous than Ollie.
There you
Why
go.
isn't
Yes, he does.
Ollie there and Phelan there? Like, why isn't Phelan our manager? You know what I mean? Like, if he
Yeah.
doesn't want to be our manager, why are you there? Half the time I don't even see him on the bench.
No,
know?
he was there on Wednesday. I saw him hugging Ole when the Ronaldo goal went in. I saw him hugging Ole
Yeah.
at the
Yeah.
touchline. But
Well, I don't
most games I don't
get
see
it.
him on
The
the
whole
bench.
thing is just mind blowing.
I know what Phelan does. I know what Phelan does. He makes sure that Ollie's got a Wi-Fi connection on his iPad. So
On that note, we shall see what happens tomorrow. We'll have a post-match
Oh,
analysis.
I love this
Well,
podcast, though.
that was a
Yeah,
good way to end it right there.
we've had a great time. I mean, it's worrying.
Wi-Fi connection.
Towards before the game starts, I know my mind is going to be like, I can't see how we go. But you never know. Football is a funny old game.
Funny
Like
old
I said,
game.
Liverpool put my score on own goal last minute and we win the game 3 points. You just never know. But it is what it is. Well, Adam, thank you very much for your time. We really appreciate you for coming. Benz,
you.
thank you very much. See you tomorrow. Vimal, have a great evening tonight. Thank you very much.
You too,
I know I was
guys.
late today. Really, really sorry about that. And our
Fine.
peacemaker, Joe, thank you very much. I'm going to say thank you back out to Sammy who came on. Chris came and disappeared. I don't know what happened to his Wi-Fi. He just left.
Yo,
after-
Chris has
I
like
think
the
that
worst
Mike
Wi-Fi.
Phelan scared him off. I think
He doesn't want to
No,
lose any more
Chris, man, you
money.
need to get in touch with Mike.
He doesn't want to
Phelan,
lose any more money to
man.
bet.
Chris, man, you get in touch with Mike.
Yeah, after
Phelan.
You ain't getting
after
touch
you
with Mike
announced
Phelan.
after you announced the bets, he just cut off. But I will find. I'll probably maybe he'll turn up tomorrow. We'll talk about it. Well,
Send a
guys,
call Mike Phelan, man.
thank you very much.
Yeah, he will.
Share our video to your fellow United fans who you know. Please
Thanks, y'all.
subscribe to the channel. Let's push this as fast as we can. Like, share, subscribe. You viewers, thank you for watching. If you agree, if you don't disagree, drop your comments. If you agree, Bems. If you don't agree, Bems, tell us what you think, and we'll get back to you. From us, it's goodbye and good night. Glory, glory.
Man
Man United.
See you guys tomorrow.
Come on, come on.
Come on, United. We got to get it tomorrow. If we don't, it is what
Let's
it
rip
is.
these scousers, mate. Come on.
That's
Let's
right.
go.
I
need
hope
a
we
good
get it,
Monday
man.
morning.
Look at Benz.
We need to win.
Hey,
this
hey,
game.
hey, Benz,
We
can we
should.
get a? Hey, Benz, can we get a come on United?
Come on, United.
Can we get a come on, Ollie?
Whoa.
Pushing it too far.
See, we got a song in Australia.
That-
It's come on,
Vimal,
Aussie.
that is not
Come
That's
on,
the
happening.
last
Aussie.
day.
Come
It's not that kind of
on, Ollie.
podcast.
Come on.
Nah,
It's not that kind of
Come on.
podcast.
See you guys
Come
tomorrow
on,
after the
Ollie,
game.
Come on.
All right,
Take
guys.
it easy.
See y'all
All right,
later.
guys. Bye.
Take care. Bye.